They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll get this out wide. It's Nelson with it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 22-yard line.
Brown 80. That's in. Bring it. Bring it. You got motion man. You got motion man. Let's go.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
50, 56, check 56. Double dog, that's the way.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 16-yard line.
Hey, Delta. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Hey, that's Delta.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 9-yard line.
Can I take? Okay, double.
Back to throw, Watson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Switch up, switch up.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
55. Check. 55 to mine. Check.
To throw, it's Allen. Throwing right, and that's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Here's Allen to throw it. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
58. Ray 19. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
Operating from the red zone now. Allen, it's a screen to Richard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. following the touchdown. Ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Reset. 19. Check 56. I got you.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mike, set. 19. Check. Mike, 42.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Watson. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Hey, Charlie.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he'll find his running back here, Richard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First down, Raiders.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
319.
Right here.
On first down, Richard looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Here we go.
Regular. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. 5 wide.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
All day, dog.
Caught by Nelson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again is Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going for it all. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Texans have taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the 2nd half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the 2nd half.
Could be a big turnaround. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
19. Watch the pass. 9 him, go. 9 him, go.
On 2nd and 9. Watson going underneath here, the tight end DeValve. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Maurice Hurst breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To the air, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darren Lee picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield, or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. They stay on the ground on 1st for Johnson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation, because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Seth DeValve, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now we've got a man a little jumpy here. Maybe trying to block the extra point. With that mistake, they only need 1 yard.
And that could make all the difference, right? When you're talking about goal line play where inches count, move it up 1 entire yard, that can make all the difference for the guys trying to get the points.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Let's go.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First down, Raiders.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They've just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like 4-down defensive linemen. They feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey, exit. Watch the screen, watch the screen. All right, 55.
Now Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, down 2 scores in the 4th quarter. It maybe wasn't quite desperation time, but it was getting close. And that interception there on the deep ball, that probably slams the door on their chances.
And maybe that was the thought process, that it wasn't quite desperation time. So now you take the shot before they're going to lay back any farther on defense. Go ahead and throw it downfield. Unfortunately, it didn't work.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Big ass, big ass. 55. Hey, 59. Down him, go.
Here's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That's trash. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Record.
Pass 85.
55. I'm here all day.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Pass. Alert!
All day.
Hey, check.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, watch alert!
What's the ball? Mike, 55.
Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Alert!
Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Say. Alert flare.
Allen going to go on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. They'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
They'll run. Anderson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Anderson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Anderson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Gostkowski now after the touchdown.